And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third of our four quarterfinal matchups here in the 2025 Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament here on Speed Gaming 2. We have got a battle of two past runner-ups between the two-time runner-up TEEX88 and the runner-up from 2023 HUmanMustard. Hi everyone, LOZ Cards Fan 23 here, and joining me on the commentary tonight is someone who's going to be watching very closely with these two runners here. It's Pro A 007, who's in the semifinals. Great to have you here tonight. As you know, whoever wins against these two matchups is going to take on you in the semifinals, and that's going to be exciting regardless of who comes out on top.
Absolutely, yeah. We're in for a real treat. These two runners, longtime veterans of the community, and as you stated, both have been very successful in the main tournament. Teeks also is a 2022 SG Live online champion, so he has tasted glory. Mustard is arguably the best player in our community who has yet to win a major tournament to date. So this is a great opportunity for him to, get into the semifinals, I believe, for the second time in our history. And
Third time. He was actually, yeah, he was a fourth place finisher, I believe. Last year, I think he was a fourth place finisher.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So this would be this would be his third consecutive semifinal appearance if he can pull it off tonight.
Indeed, yeah, and he's got a formidable opponent. Both players are going to be going, toe to toe, and in a way, the quarterfinals is probably the most stressful round out of all the bracket rounds, because if you make it into the semifinals, you're guaranteed at least two more chances to play. Because even if you lose in the semis, you'll get a chance to play in the bronze medal game. But if you lose here, you're out. It's over. So at least for me, I kind of feel a little more anxiety and a little more pressure in the quarterfinals. And this is, I believe this was my sixth time in the quarterfinals in 7 tries. So it's definitely something I'm acutely aware of.
Yeah, that's very consistent that you've made it that far 6 out of the last 7 years. I mean, you're one of the contestants I would say is more one of the under the radar contestants we've had in past tournaments, because you're, of course, looking for your first championship as well. In fact, everyone except at the moment Danny P. Speed, who is in the semifinals right now, is looking for their first main Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament summer championship, or spring championship, as it were here, because Danny P. Speed is going for the three-peat here.
Right. So I'm going to give our runners the go ahead here, and but yeah, so for those not familiar, this is a standard any percent warpless race. Levels, enemies, worlds, Koopas, forts, all that's been shuffled. Enemy placements have been shuffled. So our runners will have to navigate that. Hammers do not break locks. So there's that. All the levels are now in the field, so we have 9 extra question mark tiles for our runners to navigate, and they will be randomly dispersed across the 8 worlds. Those are that's about anything as far as like the new stuff is concerned. So our runners have been given the go ahead. They should be starting. Yep, they're going to be starting in about 10 seconds. Check get your guesses for the first world in.
2. We're going to start with the desert world first.
Start with desert, eh? I'll say 5.
5's a good guess, and here we go, and right you are, Pro A with the intuition there, and we've got 2 required levels, and is this even randomized?
No, this is just disappointingly vanilla. 5-1 leading things off here.
Yes, indeed, and in its rightful spot. So you've got your New York vanilla here right off the bat. First level being 5-1, no problem for HUmanMustard, no problem for Teeks. They are neck and neck through the first level of the game.
So we got 2 forts on the board here. We've got the tower, So this is a tricky layout because for all we know, this could be a triple forwarder. And the third fort, unfortunately, is the second fort on the board is way out of position here. So this is good. This could be a trick. This could be a tricky gamble, and we'll see who decides to do what.
Yep, and TEEX out of 4-3 first. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We could see our contestants hit that Gamble-matic 9000, and if one decides to make the gamble and the other doesn't, we could have a massive variance one way or the other, as we've got our Bowser's Furnace here, 5F2.
Right, and it does. You know, we've got two stages that are in the way, and there's the lock on top of this, so that makes things even more, I think, out of proportion than they would be otherwise. So this is going to be very tricky.
I agree 100%. What do you think these runners have in mind? Do you think any of these runners are going to gamble here, or do you think they're going to be conservative here, play those 2 extra levels, and just hope that whatever the third fort is, if there's a third fort, isn't required? Well, I'll tell you what, TEEX is taking a shot here.
Yeah, and tower is, you know,
okay.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best possible choice they had, but it's not one that they're really all that keen on.
No, not at all, but it does look like that both are going to play the tower here, so nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing lost here, so if they're both wrong, they're both going to have to go back.
Right, and you know, we'll see how this plays out. We are about a few seconds away as TEEX is making the climb up the tower. HUmanMustard's just a couple seconds
They're
back.
fine.
Yeah, that very, I'm sure, and well, 5-3, so you know, nothing, no good deed goes unpunished. But you know, I am sure both runners are breathing a heavy sigh of relief here, like that. You know,
ooh, but TEEX getting picked off by a Paragoomba here. Pro A is in trouble.
Yeah, he got whacked pretty good there, and luckily for him, he had 3 piranhas there, so that actually allowed him to kind of control the pixel count with some of that stuff. And we have Boss Bass up top, and TEEX has got him down below, so he's gonna be doing the dance here.
That could give HUmanMustard a chance to potentially build a lead, especially when you got a Paragoomba also in the way here. Yeah, TEEX going to play it safe, pick up the power up here. Still not out of the woods yet. Got a little bit left to go and is going to be in the clear, keeping his lead. HUmanMustard, though, because that Boss Bass spawned up top, did gain a significant chunk of time here. We are still neck and neck, closing in on the end of this world here, Pro A.
You know, so already, and okay, TEEX is going to go back for the hammer, bro. Mustard is saying no thanks, so route, okay, just a frog suit.
All right, and unfortunately we don't have Boss Bass, so no chance at the Giant Gooman. We had the right setup for it because we had the Giant Enemy set.
TEEX got his flyer flower, so he's sailing through 4-2, and so we got the world's 6 airships. So one thing that Mustard might, and it kind of bared itself out a little bit here, is he might go for fewer hammer bros than TEEX, because he knows TEEX is a faster player, you know, in terms of the classic vanilla game.
Neither player getting first class. They both go coach. Let me fight now for Human, trying to get the fire kill on him. Doesn't have it yet and doesn't get it, but luckily it was just a 3-hitter.
Right, and that could have backfired, but gets through at 450 for Mustard on the wand grab.
What a spicy kill.
Yeah, TEEX showing how it's done. All right.
Right, so we had 5. Let's go 6.
Let's go 6.
Oh, I went the wrong direction. And linear start, so we're going to take the pipe, and we get an anchor from the princess, so it could be anything except, of course, it can't be a hammer, nor can it be a warp whistle, and just the 1 fort.
Again, Mustard did the screen draw, but pulled away from the hammer bro, he's not interested. But so far, Teeks 0 for 2. I mean, relatively speaking, on his hammer bros, drawing a star and a frog.
And a couple of stars. So, yeah, this is not going to really be fruitful for Teeks here. So, yeah, going to get a couple of stars. HUmanMustard going to use the star, and it is Gatekeeper Fort, World 8 Fort. So, HUmanMustard does not have the fire suit or a tail, and is not going to bother to pick one up at the moment here. So, Teeks can have a little bit of advantage, not having to grab anything at the moment. Let's see if HUmanMustard... nope, that Hotfoot is going to say no to that, so won't get the 1 cycle. And we'll see if Teeks falls for the same trap here. It's just a terribly placed... Yeah, unfortunately, still got it.
Yeah, you still got it. You can take 1 damage boost, but yeah, Mustard knew that he couldn't do it, so he kind of repositioned himself. But yeah, both runners doing a very nice job getting through that. So this is a quick World 4 for both runners.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. We got the World 1 airship now, and they are still neck and neck. I expected nothing less at this early juncture of the game here, Pro A. Again, two contestants who have made the finals before, because we now have the saltiest Koopa in town, Morton Koopa, as Teeks gets the fire kill, HUmanMustard gets the fire kill, and they are still neck and neck, just a few seconds apart.
About 7:17 to 7:20 on the wand grab. So again, as you'd expect from these guys. Next world chat.
3.
All right. Well, let's keep going with that kind of pseudo RWO. I think that was a frog suit. Yes, it was. All right. So, Teeks is kind of like, I wanna, but like, no, you don't.
All right, yeah, that could potentially be a World 1 for it. We may have already seen it somewhere in World 5. Let's see if Teeks goes for the item. Teeks is going for the item, and HUmanMustard is not going for the item, so a divergence here which potentially could give Teeks an advantage if we see something nice here.
Certainly possible. And again, we're seeing this play out. It's been a very consistent theme as far as, a cute suit, nice, but not really going to move the needle here, so
yeah, HUmanMustard was wise to make the skip if you're going for a time standpoint. Still very close, though, as we have 1-1 with an angry sun.
Yeah, it was about a 3-second difference going in, and, Teeks takes a hit there. Mustard got through it cleanly.
Yeah, it's roughly 5 seconds deficit now for Teeks, but very close as we go to the Oasis 2-4. No tail for either player, so they're going to have to take bottom route.
That's, I'm sure, just fine with them, even though the enemies can make this a little dicey. But
Star will be helpful, though.
Yeah, both runners do it very nicely nonetheless, so we've seen a lot of World 3, we've seen a lot of World 4, World 5 stages early on, but now we're starting to get, we got a World 6 stage now.
Yeah, 6-8, absent boss bass this time around. We got the regular enemy set here, so I don't think these runners mind too terribly, although HUmanMustard did take some damage there, but he is still going to have the lead, very close. We're talking about 2 seconds between these two now.
Yeah, but 6-8, definitely one of those stages where you can really kind of pull.
A decision to make now, because there are 2 forts, and one of them is going to break that fort, and HUmanMustard not going to use the anchor, as Teeks is going to go ahead and play 7-3, and HUmanMustard gets a hammer.
Oh no,
Teeks, a mistake there.
Yeah, he did get... So Teeks is going to get his hammer now. But no, I think this is the correct play as far as, what fort you play. Play what's right, what's on the linear path. Don't be kind of, divergences here.
Yeah, you might as well play it anyway because it's in the way, and even if it's not the right fort, I mean, you got to play it anyway. So it's just a smart idea to just go ahead, play the fort that you see. It's the Navy, so pretty simple little stage there for our runners.
Yeah, like it's annoying if you happen to be wrong here, but it's also very likely a play your opponent is going to make. There are gambles. That's not one of them.
No. And TEEX with the frog suit equipped, probably going to try to give it up, which he's not able to. There he is.
He gets shot in the face. That got him going.
And that's the right one. So we are golden here in the second world, but HUmanMustard is going to play another Hammer Brothers stage. So let's see if it works out for him. It's a star.
Yeah, it's interesting how he skipped in the first two worlds, but now he's played two straight Hammer Bros. Both were there, but he didn't necessarily have to. They weren't impeding progress.
Right, and TEEX gonna play the same level and get the see you later. My favorite kind of bro.
Yep.
Oh, HUmanMustard couldn't hang on to that jump, so that cost him a little bit of time. And TEEX is gonna play the third Hammer Brother, which is a fire bro. This could be dicey. Nice clip right there, and another hammer, double hammer in play potentially in World 3 for TEEX.
That could be significant. Yes, 1150 for Mustard. TEEX, I think. Oh, right. World 4.
Yeah, World 4 airship just going to get the P speed, so he's going to gain a little bit of time back. Let's see what the power-up is. It's a Fire Flower. That's good news. And speaking of World 3, immediately we see it, so an immediate potential advantage here for TEEX with that double hammer.
Maybe. I mean, it's only a couple of stages, so it's not the dynamo that it could have been. If there weren't two forts, if there wasn't a fort up top, I think this would be worth taking a shot at. But yeah, as it stands, I mean, you still got World 6. There are two hammerable spots there too, so it really doesn't lend itself as much.
No, I mean, the only thing is that first fort isn't required and the second fort is. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe that double hammer would work, but I think you may be right. I think TEEX might hold on to his hammers as he gets through Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, we've seen 3 of the 4 hammerable worlds already. 6 is still out in the ether, so it's not a total waste, but it's like, it definitely makes you wonder, like,
Okay, there is a lock at Wendy's, so we know for sure we have to play at least one of the forts. TEEX having a little bit of problems, but nice pickoff of Lakitu there here in 5-8. So HUmanMustard is just trying to get the layout here. So yes, one of those 2 forts is required. So yeah, it would have been a gamble to double hammer here, but he could have skipped the fort if the second fort is correct. But we're going to see if the first fort is correct right now, as TEEX is now in the Troll Fort of 4F1.
And alright, so he'll get an orb off of this, so that's going to make for a nice, easy finish. Mustard, very light. Yep, he will be doing the same.
Yeah, we're going to get the simultaneous bro kill on both runners here. There it is. So TEEX is now going to take a look here, and if we see if the lock has disappeared on the mainland here, which it has, that's not it. So the second fort. So yeah, TEEX could have double hammered. If he wanted to gamble, he could have double hammered and skipped a couple levels there, but as it stands, he'll hold on to them for World 6. Yep, that's right.
So, Mustard did his due diligence, and what a shock! Both World 4 forts are paired.
Yeah, they do pair a lot, even if it's not in World 4, as you can see right here. And HUmanMustard, yeah, because TEEX is going the long way here, yep, now he's doing his exploration to look at the layout. That's going to enable HUmanMustard to keep his lead for the time being.
So, yeah, so Mustard doing the routing a little bit better here.
Yep.
So he's about a full stage ahead now on TEEX as TEEX begins his 4F2.
Yep, so, that Crazy Foot giving TEEX the business here, so TEEX gonna have to be careful here in this Boom Boom fight here.
Yeah,
and needs a couple more hits. There it is.
The full 5, World 3 airship now.
Yep, we'll see if Wendy is also here, because again, we have shuffled the Koopalings. They don't necessarily tie to the world that they're in anymore like they used to. But in this case, we do have the World 3 airship. Do we have a Wendy? Nope, we have an Iggy. Very nicely done. So HUmanMustard at a 1557 wand grab has definitely established a bit of a lead at the moment for TEEX. But remember, TEEX has 2 hammers versus HUmanMustard's 1. But this is the final chance these runners can use hammers. Again, hammers only break the boulders. They don't break locks.
Right, and you know, we'll see how this plays out. Okay, we got World 6 now. All right, so we've got a lock right. We've got it right there. 2 pipes. Okay. Well, 1 hammer could be useful right there. But we don't know if this is a 1 or a 2 fort.
Oh, and HUmanMustard being a little indecisive here, Pro A, which is, yeah.
I think he finally decided, all right, you know, to go forward and, you know, find out what's on the 4th screen transition, and yeah, TEEX is doing the same.
Yep, so that's going to enable TEEX to gain some precious time here on HUmanMustard. HUmanMustard clears 3-3, but the difference is now going to be substantially less than it was just a few moments ago. 1707. Oh, but TEEX missing a jump here, so that's going to cost him. At least he got through before the switch deactivated, but still, that is going to be about a 16-second lead as HUmanMustard's now in the 7-7 Muncher run.
And, okay, so nothing showed up there. That doesn't necessarily mean this is a 1 forter. It's very likely, though. It's about, I'd say, 95%, because we're still missing stuff from the 2nd screen transition, so...
Yeah, but
however unlikely. I mean, it's yeah.
But we already had the 1 fort world. World 4 was our 1 fort world.
Well, we've got 2 of those, so
right. It's a possibility still.
We've got 1, and yep,
ooh,
island. Oh,
double.
It is a double. All right, so okay, yep. Use the hammer here. That's the correct play, and TEEX.
So HUmanMustard is going to use the hammer and the music box to skip all that riffraff, and we have the underwater fort of 3F2. And yeah, TEEX accidentally got fireworks there, which, I mean, insurance, because anytime you game over, you know, you do lose your level panel progress. And yeah, TEEX might as well use his hammer here and play the Air Force now. Get your salutes in chat.
Right, and I think he's got a slightly better handle on this. He's going to only have to play... Well, they're both going to... They'll both only have to play 3 stages. So, you know, it's just a question of the routing. 3F2 and Air Force. Alright, so yes, this... Yeah,
HUmanMustard's going to have to use the pipe to go back and play that forward, but I believe... Look at the problem, though. He has to play 3 extra levels, and one of them is 6-6. Oh, no, that's huge for TEEX.
Okay, I see what he's doing, but this is a mistake. What he should be doing is he should have been playing the 6-4 tile. He's going forward with this. Yeah, this is a huge miscalculation on Mustard's part, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I get it, because, you know, he didn't have the extra hammer. That extra hammer already now paying dividends at long last for TEEX88, and HUmanMustard in trouble here in 6-6. Can he get through?
TEEX only used 1 hammer, but he used it more effectively, I think.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So this puts TEEX in control here.
Very much so.
And he just realized it.
Yeah.
I think he just figured it out. Like, oh.
Yeah, he could have just played the 1 level. Yep. A huge mistake there for HUmanMustard, but at least he caught himself so he doesn't lose nearly as much time as he could have, Pro A, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It was still a mistake, but he's lucky he caught himself.
Right. So yeah, so he's gonna have to play this. He's about 2 stages behind right now at this stage, as TEEX is entering 3F2. And all right, so just a music box. So we got 1 and 7 to play. One of them will be a single, one will be a double, as far as fourths go.
Yep, so 5-2 is what HUmanMustard's playing now. Oh my goodness gracious, he somehow saved it. I have no idea how he saved it, but it looked like he was going to go into the sewers there, Pro A.
Yeah, that would have. And one wonders if the tilt is starting to kind of take form here. That it definitely is having an effect, and it seems like. But so straight shot now for TEEX. He's gonna go to the airship, and
all right, so here's HUmanMustard now doing the Air Force. We have the World 2 airship that TEEX is going to be playing out here. HUmanMustard having a little bit of trouble keeping speed here in the Air Force level here, as we got Roy. He's got the fire suit, and he's got the earthquake. A nice quick fire kill there for TEEX. So he is out. 21:45 on the wand grab. HUmanMustard probably going to be about a minute back, give or take.
Which, given the circumstances, is actually pretty amazing because of what happened. But yeah, he's got to move. He's got to move.
I agree.
He's got a lot of.
Thanks, Peach. Thanks for a hammer that we absolutely don't need.
Yeah. So TEEX now going into the casino. He's like, okay, that is a valueless island up north central. So good call on him to kind of slam the brakes and go backwards. Like, I don't want that item. I don't need it that bad.
No.
Okay, so this is our last double, and it is Fort Knox.
All right, going to check. It's a 22:37 grab. So yeah, he's 52 seconds back right now, Pro A. But this is a situation here. If there is no leaf here, but there is a leaf, so he won't have to take the 100-coin fine. But, if HUmanMustard makes an intuition play and puts on a tail, I don't know if he has any tails at all, he could potentially gain some time on TEEX.
I think they at least have a P-Wing in their arsenal, and Mustard also making the same call. We'll see if he pulls back, though.
Right. He sees it. And too late.
Oh,
He could get something here potentially. Look for a Jugum or potentially a Hammer Brother suit. We haven't seen any of those yet. Nobody's got a Fireflower. Oh, we got the nasty level Piranha Alley 7-8. TEEX will give up the tail. Get a star. Where is our good friend Boss Pass? There it isn't. Not even going to check the pipe. Just going to carry that star forward to the end of the level there. Nice use of the star there for TEEX.
Yeah, that's the testament to being a 50 in speed running. You can do stuff like that. Now Mustard, he will do the same. He will take his chance at and though he did actually pick a P-Wing off of that Piranha stage. Interestingly enough.
Certainly, indeed. Here's the World 7 airship now. We still have Larry and Wendy left as our Koopalings to tackle. So we'll see who we get here in World 7. It is going to be none of the above. I guess Wendy's the last one. I guess we've already seen Larry. This is Ludwig in his rightful spot. 3-hitter.
So it's just off on TEEX as bar 2431. So we got the World 5 airship and Wendy.
Ooh, HUmanMustard having a little bit of problems trying to get P speed. Backed off on it. Now he's going to do the same thing. He's got the star. Let's see if he decides to just blitz through it like TEEX did. Yep, he's going to do the same thing. World 1.
So
we have... Oh, the first try with the tail there, Pro A on 7-6 for TEEX.
Wait, I'm not playing. How is he doing this?
I have no idea, but the mac and cheese of the tail, that is not easy to do because it's so easy to get sub-pixeled, as you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was a little scared there for Mustard. His first jump, he almost undershot.
Yeah, those jumps were very scary there, Pro A, but now he's motoring. As we got 5F1.
Yeah. Nice clip into the mast there by Mustard, and okay, so thick, bloody 3 hitters. So TEEX over a minute ahead now. He's about
75 seconds. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So TEEX in 3-9 now. Ooh, got a little thrown off by that micro Goomba has to kind of reset his position.
Yep. Ooh, and shorts that micro Goomba there, and doesn't make the H jump either. So having a little bit of struggles here in 3-9, and he is small, so you know there's no safety. Oh, speaking of no safeties, he almost got picked off by that cheap. That was a close call. That could have been disastrous.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of disaster, HUmanMustard having some problems of his own now. Oh, and he almost gets picked off by that same cheap. That was even closer.
Yeah. So from 3-9 to 3-8, we're going in reverse chronology now. But just cheap to kind of lurk about here. Mustard, okay. Yeah, okay. Like I was a little surprised why he was doing that. Like maybe he was hoping for an.
Look at that usage of the P-wing. What a call from HUmanMustard. That is crazy because you could fly over 7.6 and do it on 7.1.
Right. Yeah, 7.1 you can't, but you definitely can in 7.6, and so that probably breaks them about even.
Yep, sure does. In fact, yeah, that's going to break him even. So he's not going to lose a lot of time on TEEX here because he got the mac and cheese. As TEEX gets through 5-7, now it's HUmanMustard on the forgettable block frame fort. Gets through with no problem at all.
All right, so as far as forts we'll be seeing, we could see in World 8 we have 2 forts, 3F1, never mind, 5F1's already been seen. 6 at all World 6 forts.
Oh, give me the dream. Give me the dream.
And super tanks.
Oh, give me the dream, Pro. I want all 3 World 6 forts in World 8.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. We'll see if our runners even get to see all 8,
right.
all 4 forts.
And Wendy, just the small fries, 2-hitter there as HUmanMustard gets through 3-8.
And so Chad, how many obstacles to Bowser today?
4. I'm going to say 1 lock, 1 bridge, 2 levels.
2 levels, 1 lock, 1 bridge. All right.
Yeah, when I make my predictions, I always go specifically. Now, I don't just give how many obstacles. I tell you what obstacles I think it is.
Well, we got a hammer suit from Peach.
So I don't think we're going to see runners go for the item here in 1-3. Oh my goodness, what a nasty placement for that fire nipper.
I think all the more reason that is going to preclude him.
Yeah, forget it. Just play it.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, get out of Dodge, yeah. So, all right, so a nice 291 there to lead off in World 8 for TEEX. Now, he's not going to play that level in the fort just yet. Reconnaissance is a better option here. And
okay, it's 1 bridge, 1 level. So if anybody said 2, I see 2 winners there. Congratulations, you got it. 2 obstacles. And we have one of our hand stages. It's hot money time for TEEX. So whatever item we get, it's going to be the item for all of our hand stages. So let's take a look. What does TEEX get? More. Another one.
Just in case the first one doesn't work out.
Yep.
He's got 3 hammer suits, so, and it's super tanks.
All right, so the odds of a triple World 6 fort World 8 doesn't look pretty good now, so get your salutes out for that. And I can't imagine this building the bridge. If this builds the bridge, I will be shocked.
I would be shocked as well. It's not impossible because of the way World 8 works, but yeah, I wouldn't be betting on it either. And there's another pipe there, so they're probably, the seat is going to be saying,
yeah, no.
Yep. No,
that wasn't too easy.
Yeah,
Oh, HUmanMustard. If he skips, he may have a chance to gain some ground, unless, of course, that fort's required anyways. And he's going to go for it. I don't blame him.
No, he's and now in 3F1, which is right here, so, you know, and both runners will be paying very close attention to what the map says. You know, does anything break?
That's true. By the way, Dream is dead since it's 3F1. Let's take a look. Didn't hear anything break, so it's a possibility that built our bridge, but it's still going to be... Let's take a look. Yes!
Oh, wow. What a...
Check. The Jugum is not there. It's a fire suit for our anchors. I don't blame him. HUmanMustard not going to do anything. Teek's in trouble here. We got a nail biter here now.
This is really... Yeah, this is going to be very close. Teeks had to slam the brakes there. They're dead even. With one stage left.
Oh, they're in at the same time!
This is a sync, folks. All right. Both are going to switch to hammer suits, of course.
Oh, hold on to your hats, folks. We're going to be in for a photo finish here, but it's going to be Teeks in there about a second ahead of HUmanMustard here. Who is going to be able to keep that Hammer Brother suit? Who's going to get the clips? HUmanMustard gets the first clip. Oh. They both get a clip.
Wow. Teeks running top side, Mustard running bottom. Mustard had to slow down. They're
still side by side. Are they going to get mac and cheese at the same time? Oh, my goodness gracious. We may have to do a frame count. No for Teeks. HUmanMustard's not going to try it. Teeks is struggling with the clip. He's not getting... HUmanMustard falls!
Teeks.
He gets it, and Teeks, unless he somehow loses the suit, is going to win. Oh, disaster for HUmanMustard.
Wow. That was... We could have had the closest finish in the tournament to date, and
wow.
Yeah, that...
Ooh, get your GGs out for TEEX88. A nail-biting finish at the end, about a second apart going in, but HUmanMustard falling into the 5-alarm chili here in Bowser's Castle, and Teeks will pick up the all-important and given that layout of the fireballs, it would have been almost impossible for HUmanMustard to keip that suit. So,
he definitely would have had to. He definitely would have had to slow down and kind of, do a couple of, tricky plays. Possible, it could have, but yeah, that's a heartbreaker for Mustard. That game was basically his.
I mean, he was right there. I mean, he went for it. He didn't go for the clip. Teeks struggled to get the clip. Took him a few tries. HUmanMustard would have needed to keep the suit to win. Would have been hard to do just based on that fireball pattern. It's doable. It would have been extremely tough given the circumstances. But once he fell into that lava right there, that was the end of dog racing. But I told you this was going to be an exciting match. The fact that they came into Bowser's Castle about a second apart. If we see anything remotely close to that in game number 2, we might have a game number 3. So, whew.
We very well might. And, with Mustard really going for it, I mean, the items were not exactly plentiful here. And Mustard, he had a couple, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but that extra level playing 6-6 in World 6 that hurt him. There were a couple other little things here and there, but then Teeks had some hiccups here and there as well. He played a couple extra stages in World 8 that ultimately turned out to not be needed. So and Mustard was over a minute behind going in, and his play there did manage to close the distance. So, it's really a testament, going on instinct here is paramount, and you saw it play out for both of these runners in game 1. So, if anything, in game 2, I expect more of the same.
Oh, absolutely, indeed, man. What a thrilling game to start things off here between TEEX88 and HUmanMustard. Again, these are two players who have 3 championship appearances combined between the two of them. So they've been here before, but for one of them, the journey is going to end here tonight. And for HUmanMustard, if he doesn't pull it off in game number 2, he will be eliminated. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if he can equalize this match, or if TEEX88 is going to move on to the semifinals to take on you, Pro A. But we're going to have game number 2 coming up very shortly. So let's take a little break here. We come back. Game number 2 between TEEX88 and HUmanMustard. More exciting action coming your way on SpeedGaming 2. Don't go away.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for Game 2 of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament 2025 quarterfinal action between two of our most accomplished runners, TEEX88 and HUmanMustard. And if you're just jumping in or missed all the excitement, we had some excitement in Game 1, a back-and-forth duel between Mustard and TEEX, where Mustard erased a 1-minute deficit going into World 8 with a very gutsy but very good call, skipping a stage in a fort, and managed to get the correct answer, and was about a 1-second difference going into Bowser's Castle. But unfortunately, Mustard, who had the lead, made a unfortunate jump and took a death in the final tunnel to Bowser, allowing TEEX to pull away with a fairly comfortable win. But still, the time does not indicate how close it ultimately was.
I mean, it was close all the way through. 32:45 ended up being the winning time there for TEEX88. But yeah, as you mentioned, they were neck and neck, I'd say, through about 90% of that game right there. And the fact that it was a 1-second difference at the start of Bowser's Castle, just an insane finish there. And it was anybody's game. I mean, TEEX struggled to get that clip up top to get to Bowser's room. HUmanMustard just went right into the tunnel, as you mentioned, took that unfortunate fall into the lava, and that gave the game to TEEX right there. Hopefully, for HUmanMustard's sake, and I think a lot of the audience's sake, because they want to see a game number 3, he doesn't go on tilt after that very heartbreaking finish right there.
Well, no, and that's going to be the key here early on, is you got to have to kind of brush this off, and because I'm sure he knows that cost him. I mean, he knows the time and all of that, but but there were neither player was really perfect throughout. I mean, Mustard played an extra stage he didn't need to in World 6. TEEX had some problem. TEEX, I think, had an unfortunate death early on, and he probably played a few too many Hammer Bros that really didn't go anywhere. But in Randomizer, you're really having to operate off the gut here, and we'll see how Mustard adjusts and responds. I can't imagine he's going to play it any differently than he did in Game 1, though.
No, absolutely not. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Neither player, played a perfect game. We're starting with World 6. So right off the top, the hammers are not going to be in play for a World 6 because we're starting with World 6 and we're starting things off with 5F2 Bowser's Furnace.
And yeah, it's pretty unlikely hammers will play. The only way it could is, depending on how this route plays out.
That was close.
Yeah.
A little overshot there on TEEX's part, and HUmanMustard playing it safe, grabbing the power up. It is a one-hit boom boom, so it is going to be a little bit of a lead for TEEX early on, but they both kept the sheet clean through our first fort. So now, what are we going to do? Check the pipes? No. We got a couple of pipes. We know one of them's a troll pipe. And going to play the other fort, unless, of course, this is a 3-fort World 6. This is 3F1 early, and HUmanMustard checking is good!
Jet World 6 for our runners. So right off the bat, Mustard, playing with the pipes. TEEX kind of I want to see what it is, which is perfectly valid. Unfortunately, he played another stage unnecessarily, and we got Lemmy, a 2-hit Lemmy,
Shrimp this time, a 118 wand grab. So a good start here for HUmanMustard, currently trailing 1-0 in this best of 3 series. So yeah, he's going to gain some kind of advantage. We'll see exactly what kind of advantage it is going to be for HUmanMustard going into our second world. What's it going to be next, folks? We've got World 1. All right, so World 1 with 2 forts, and it does look like they're both required, just based on that layout.
They're going to have to do both.
All right, we're starting things off with the 3-9 beta here, and it's 40 seconds and counting right now for HUmanMustard's lead. Easy finish there, so no big deal right there for HUmanMustard. Now it is the TEEX' turn to go up against Lemmy, the 2-hitter, and down he goes. But look at the time here. Already, it's a 1-minute lead for HUmanMustard through the first world. Unprecedented.
Given that, you know, even with that, all the extra stuff, he still finished in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And, you know, you usually, especially in World 6, you get out of there in 2:18, like, wow, I did really good for myself. But Mustard, you know, he's probably like, in his case, like, that's what I needed. I needed a palate cleanser. He got it. And we didn't really get to see what the item was, unfortunately, from either runner.
Nope, so they'll have to check the inventory, and TEEX in a little bit of troubles. We have the Underwater Fort 3 F2 now. So nothing too terribly difficult for HUmanMustard to have to tackle here, as TEEX is through the 3-9 beta.
Yeah, that was a pretty gentle enemy set for that stage. I mean, Boss Bass, Angry Sun, Nippers, you know, that stage could run the gamut, and does. So, you know, to come away with, you know, Paragoombas, you know, punching you in the face being the worst you deal with, you know, that's not so bad. And TEEX showing off the 1-4 P-speed strat, so that got him a few seconds back there. There goes the lock. So very likely this fort up ahead will be 1 fort. I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed, but given the layout, given the position, and given the propensity for that, I would say it's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, I'd say 80 to 90%. I mean, there could be another world that has a similar layout to this one, but I agree. There's a high probability World 1 fort's going to be coming up.
Right. And, you know, given that, I was a little surprised. Maybe this is just
Fort Knox. So a little bit of a curveball.
Yeah. Now, I didn't see what the item was.
Okay, it was a fire flower that we ended up getting. And speaking of fire flowers, HUmanMustard not going to take the 5-alarm chili bath. Instead, is going to go ahead and naturally pick up this Tanuki set. I think it's because we don't have any suits in our inventory.
Correct. Yeah. If you had to leave, you do it. If you don't. I mean, now, but TEEX is going to have to do. Well, they're both doing
same thing. Yep.
Yeah, they're both going to be looking fabulous in that Tanuki suit, but yeah, this is one of those things that, you know.
Yeah, HUmanMustard might think he could be in trouble here, but little does he know he's going to be in this. He's going to be level pegging.
Right, both runners are going to be feeling it here. This is not what you want to see. You know, especially TEEX. It's like he came into this small, and you know that makes it. You know, even with because now he's going to have to double check, and we're going to find out. Nope, sorry.
Yep, so it's just a bigger time sink there for TEEX. It was a 520 boom kill there, or orb grab, I believe, there for HUmanMustard. Yeah. Having some problems of losing that Tanuki suit to that pesky fire bro. Does get a hammer, though.
Yeah, like, so no commands for him. We still hold out hope for TEEX as we head to the next airship, which is World 3.
So, yep, the World 3 airship, kind of a tricky one to negotiate. It does get a leaf back at the very least, though, so
yeah,
pretty much in the same boat that he would have been in if he didn't lose that Tanuki suit. Let's see who we got. waiting at the end here. It is Wendy. Last time she was a 2-hitter. Oh, a little bit too early and gets hitboxed there. Just the 3-hitter. The old Frosty is all that Wendy had this time around. And yeah, the lead right now is still the same 1 minute. So he's not lost any time in this level TEEX has.
Roughly, yeah. We'll see how this officially plays out after this stage.
And again, the same pesky fire bro. That's what they do. They like to dodge your attacks, and then you're the one that ends up losing the power instead of them. So no commands for TEEX either.
This is reverse. Nice.
Yeah, TEEX with the mass jump right there. Very impressive.
Hey, look at that map again. I think we're going to get a reverse hammer play here.
Yeah, it certainly is looking like it indeed here, you know, based on the layout of this map. But HUmanMustard is going to go back, and I would imagine the fort's somewhere up front. Yep, is going to just go ahead and play it out. And we have Gallagher's Watermelon Patch, our 1.6 beta.
This, you know, okay, so we've got 3 and 4 still, like, you're still holding out for the double hammer, but honestly, I'd do it. I would really just go for it.
Yeah, because, you know, last time the double hammer again could have worked, but it would have been a gutsy proposition for either runner. I mean, especially on TEEX situation. And TEEX going to do the same thing. And uh-oh, we've got Atlantis. And I wonder if HUmanMustard is going to think twice now.
I mean, yeah, that I think, yeah, definitely is going to influence his decision, but, you know, it's
because though TEEX decided not to play the levels out and use the hammer, he's actually going to get the lead.
Right, and, you know, that again, you know, kind of goes back to, you know, a reverse hammer play is unusual, but it's definitely something runners...
Today is the right play.
It is the correct play. Yes, double hammer could happen, but the odds are pretty remote. I mean, it's probably like maybe 5 to 10%.
Now, TEEX is going to play the Hammer Brothers, so maybe we see HUmanMustard skip it to gain the time back. And it's a star, so if he does skip it, well, there's nothing there. So look at this. In the blink of an eye, HUmanMustard's back in the lead. But now we have this other Hammer Brother that TEEX is going to play, and it's again, this time gets the Fire Bros picked off. It's a P-Wing. It's nice, not really a game changer, but there could be a level that it could be useful on as Roy, well, not really our boy, 1-hitter. But TEEX is going to use the P-Wing immediately. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, he was probably hoping it'd be like World 6 or 7. I mean, World 1's is a fine world to use the airship on, to use the P-Wing on, because you got the overhead roof to kind of run along. So 19 seconds.
Yeah, he cut 41 seconds out of that lead there.
Yeah, I clocked it at 54 seconds. And okay, so we got.
This looks like both forts are going to be required, just based on the layout.
Yeah, they have to be. So it's a race to the North Central Island.
Yep, it's all about who picks the North Island first. They're going to find their way out, and so far, no for HUmanMustard. Pick a pipe, any pipe. He's going to go.
Oh,
he's being indecisive here.
It's a triple. So now this
Oh, no. Now, HUmanMustard's going to play the Hammer Brothers stage because we finally closed up our long abandoned. Oh, it's a Jugum Cloud. That could come in handy for HUmanMustard if TEEX doesn't play it and doesn't get to that island. So, and there's the pipe with a view right there for TEEX. So far, nothing at the moment for our runners here. And now they're in the same spot. HUmanMustard goes back.
I have a feeling it's going to be the spot. It's going to be the pipe behind 7-5.
Yeah, agreed. It's looking like it's required. You're just looking at the layout right here. But HUmanMustard's going back. It's not going to be the right answer. He's going to try the same pipe. Now they're following each other. Is this a troll pipe? No, it's not. Ooh, so that's not the answer. Where is it?
Got to be top left then. That's the only one I haven't checked.
And TEEX getting a little bit lost here. Is this it? Yep.
It's top. It had to be top left.
My God, look at that. This is a 3-fort World 7. And look at how bunched those forts are. I don't think I've ever seen 3 forts as bunched as those 3, Pro A.
And I've seen World. Okay, TEEX is officially lost, and
Yeah, and that's not good.
Another cloud for Mustard.
Yeah, that's a big get there. So we are starting things off with the Navy. So yeah, it does look like all 3 of these forts are required. So yeah, we're starting with an easy one, but show me 7F2 somewhere.
Yeah.
Now he's got the right pipe at last, but
now he's got it. But yeah, that was an unfortunate about 25-second.
That time that TEEX gained in the previous world, he just gave right back a good chunk of it. So this fort is going to break that lock to get. And there's 7F2. Am I an Oracle or am I an Oracle, Pro A?
Well, we need our Oracles, that's for sure. So our runners, yeah. As far as items, Mustard also has the advantage of a second cloud.
Yeah, because remember, TEEX did not go to where the abandoned mushroom house used to be and get that Jugum cloud. So yeah, that's another advantage HUmanMustard is going to get on TEEX. So right now, the routing in this game, as TEEX having some problems with the boom boom fight, but no matter, gets him down.
Yeah, Mustard has staked himself to a nice little lead here as he gets through the second fort. Now he's going to have to play the last of them, and it is because you have to play 2 stages to get there. He gets 1-6.
Okay, 1-6, not a terribly bad stage, but you got to remember, well, he doesn't have the tail anyway, so he doesn't have to worry about accidentally getting frame ruled on that little gap. That's something I've talked about throughout this tournament. And TEEX just going to plow through the ending of 7F2 here. And going to have to get a boom boom down, which he does, a 2-hitter. So TEEX very much in the running. You know, he's definitely plowed back and gained a little bit of time here, but still trailing at the moment. Here's 3-6.
Yeah, and despite all of the hiccups, yeah, he's only about a stage behind. But, you know, it's definitely a situation where currently the long-term advantage right now belongs to Mustard because he's got 2 clouds versus 1. And that, you know, we've seen Atlantis, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well,
but
still, yep, 6-6 is in the mix, 7-5, you know, 5-9. Those are levels still in play.
Yeah.
Our last fort of World 7 is going to be Super Tanks. So yeah, we have 7F2 sandwiched in between 2 easy Bowser military forts.
Yeah, and again, TEEX showing off some of those Speedrunner edition strats, sailing through 3-6. He had to slow down for the fire snakes, but was able to, you know, get another couple of seconds back.
Any little bit helps here with TEEX, you know, falling behind a little bit here, just the way that things worked out here in World 7. You know, we call World 8 the great equalizer, but World 7 is not all that far behind, and it's definitely equalized both runners here to some extent.
TEEX, you know, and because of the high density on the eastern island with all those pipes, and a few of them fed into each other, which didn't help matters. So they really kind of had to figure that out. Yeah, nice clip there by Mustard. Gets a P-wing for his troubles.
Yep, so going to use that leaf here for the World 5 airship. Okay, so not too bad. It's going to get the P-speed out of this. We'll be able to make this. And yeah, that's going to be a quick World 5 right here. Here's TEEX now playing that Piranha level. Here's Larry, who's got Earthquake. And 2 hits, not enough. 3 hits, nope. How about 4? 4 hits it is. So Larry is down the wand grab, 1539 for HUmanMustard. So we'll see where TEEX sits at the end of this level, but he's still very much in the running. This is close, halfway through.
Given the... Oh, got a little undershot on the jump there. Given all of that, I mean, World 1 was Jet. World World 6 was Jet. World 1, not so much. They had to play a bunch of levels. World 3 now.
All right, and the grab for TEEX is 16-12, so that's 33 seconds right now is the lead for HUmanMustard as he's now playing Spike Fort, World 2 Fort. Probably looking for a star, maybe a fire flower. Instead, it's just a one-up. Nothing doing there for HUmanMustard. And HUmanMustard just going to tank a little bit of damage here. Just gets to the door in time for the one cycle. And the boom, boom fight. Here we go. 2, nope. 3, nope. 4 it is.
Unless this pipe takes him straight to the end and there's a lock there, double hammer is valueless here.
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about that this time around. Well, let's take a look to see where this pipe takes us. Okay, so yeah, you're absolutely right. Double hammer would have been useless this time around.
Right. Okay, so this is a pretty gentle 3 in terms of layout. This is just 2 stages. Okay, Mustard, I think just reconfiguring his bearings. Like, yeah, you got it. And
boss pass. 3-3, normal home to the boss pass and the randomizer here. Hey, a star will definitely be helpful there for Mustard. He's going to try to ignore the boss pass so that it doesn't spawn in a less convenient location. Beautifully done there. Beautifully done for HUmanMustard. He's going to be there. Here comes the Hammer Brothers stage for TEEX. Let's see what he gets. It's just a star, so HUmanMustard missing out on nothing here. And that was just a well-played 2-3 there for HUmanMustard.
He was definitely trolling, I think, for a leaf, make this faster, but didn't quite work out. All right, so
okay, so he's going to use the Jugum Cloud there. We'll see if he ended up skipping a nasty one, or if TEEX might decide to skip it as well. So HUmanMustard is now in the World 4 airship, is going to build P-Speed. TEEX falls down.
Yeah, unfortunate. He's got a leaf. Does he use it, though?
It almost looked intentional the way he fell down.
I think
so he skips it and gets 5-3 beta. So not the worst level to have skipped, not the best level. It's somewhere in between, I'd say.
Yeah, it's once you get past that opening bit underwater, it's usually not too bad. So 1829 for Mustard, and you can use your tail to take out enemies now. And with those bloopers, yeah.
Wow, somehow got through that narrow passageway and did not lose the tail. That's impressive skills right there from TEEX. And, we have a decision. World 4, see the fort. Well, I think it's required anyway. You notice that there's a lock guarding the end, too. You got to play it.
Yeah, it's double required, so moot point, play and get it over with. You just hope the rest of the map doesn't, have play games with you. World 4 and 5 will both be doubles based on the fort allocations. So
So there you go. So that breaks the lock. Again, that was required. We needed to play both forts anyway. But where is that second fort? 1 level to play.
One level and fort. That's not too bad. 1933 for TEEX. He's 1 minute and 4 seconds back as we now head into World 4 for him as well. Mustard and 2-2.
Yep, so here we are, level 2-2. This is where you could get an anchor in the vanilla game for getting enough coins. Obviously, we're not going to worry about that here in a race situation, but a little fun fact for those who may be less familiar with the game.
Yeah. Rich secrets this game has.
Plenty. In fact, I always like to talk about some of the pipes that I didn't know about, and I played this game many, many times prior to doing commentaries. We got the Donut Fort here, so our World 4 forts for the second consecutive match pair up. But yeah, there's some pipes I didn't know about, like the 1 in 610, like I didn't know about the 1 in 3.5. Some secrets that you just don't know about. And once, I started doing commentary, I got to be like, I didn't know this, and this game's been around for 35 years, folks.
Yeah.
So HUmanMustard is through our Donut Fort here for F2. That will build our bridge. And now he's going to take this pipe. This pipe will take him to the end. Just has to get through the Hammer Bro. Won't play it. So could be interesting potentially if TEEX does decide to play it. We have the World 7 airship.
Nice jump there by TEEX, getting over that little barrier using the Koopa as a bounce.
Yes, indeed. So HUmanMustard safely into the pipe here in the World 7 airship. And once again, it's Ludwig in the World 7 airship. And once again, he's got Earthquake. And HUmanMustard gets the fire kill. Very nicely done. Keeps the lead at 21-24.
So
TEEX.
Another quick world.
Yep. Now we've seen this has potential of sub 30.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see how World 5. We got fourth right off the bat. A fort right off the bat. Yeah, and Mustard's I think gonna use the second cloud here to skip that stage because it's basically a guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, it on paper, it's an easy decision. But look at this. TEEX does get a hammer. Well, that's not that it's going to matter much. His hammer, yeah.
Unfortunately, no. And yeah, he's looking at about a 90-second deficit going into World 5 here. His Mustard, yep, there it is.
Yep, so TEEX, who does not have any clouds left, I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure he does not. He did not get that cloud.
Wow, he clipped through the mast there at the end of the World 7 there. Holy smokes. You don't see that every day. Now let's see if Ludwig came to play. He's at least a 3-hitter here, and he is a 3-hitter just like in game number 1. And HUmanMustard sees Paradox Pipe, is going to take it, and is going to have to play 3 levels. And who knows, one of them might be 5-9. 7-5.
Could be.
Of course, if you're on Team HUmanMustard, you're hoping it's on TEEX's side. First level, just a hand stage. We got hot money again.
Well, we'll see what we get off of this. It was a vanilla leaf the first time. It's a hammer suit.
We had a Hammer Brothers suit last time here. But
Well,
game number 1 was Hammer Brothers suits. Game number 2 is
right.
Hammer Brothers suit. 3-5.
You're right. Get my practice seeds mixed up with these.
You're having the old seed bleed that a lot of players tend to have at points.
Oh yeah.
All right, but no matter. HUmanMustard flying through this 3-5. Well, he was until that Big Bertha decided, I'm going to slow you down just a little bit, but I think he should be just fine. Yeah, nothing really too trolly at the end. TEEX, meanwhile, is playing 7-3 with a frog suit, interestingly enough, and can't get rid of it because it's a star.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hope for something, and unfortunately, bad bit of timing there.
Next up, we've got 1-3, so potentially trolley level, depending on what enemies. Speaking of which, and a star that HUmanMustard will grab. There is the potential of a boss bass down below.
Or up above. It looks clean up here. So again, TEEX only play. Mustard only play. Oh,
HUmanMustard with a mistake! Into the piranha plant he goes, and TEEX gonna gain some much valuable time here. All of a sudden, this just got a little bit closer.
A little bit. It's still It's still well over a minute. At this stage, because again, TEEX, Mustard got to use his cloud, and it was on 7-3, and TEEX had a hard time with that stage because he had the frog suit. So. Yeah,
kind of a wash.
Yeah, it's definitely in his favor, but yeah, taking the death about halfway through. Okay, I think he's got a P-wing.
But TEEX taking a death to the Electros in 3-5, so they both take a death here in World 5.
That was intentional. He's going for the P-wing.
Okay. I got
he still had that. He still had that in reserve. It's definitely a time sink, but Mustard. Also knew he had the World 6 airship, so
gonna use that P-wing, get through everything, bump first class. He's just gonna take the premium, whatever's above first class on an airplane, which I have no idea. Here's the Iggy fight. 2 hits, not enough. 3 hits, not enough. 4 hits, it is. So HUmanMustard has Iggy down and gets the off-screen wand grab. Very impressive.
25-55 for that. So Teeks,
I'd say he's going to be about a minute back, give or take.
At least. And I can tell he is trying to keep his tail because he knows what the airship is. And, yeah, you can do the clip, but it's still more expedient and safer at this point. And,
but he falls! Oh, does get a tail back, fortunately for him.
Well, Mustard used his anchor right away. I didn't see anything happen. I think
it's a leaf. It's a leaf.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if nothing happened, unless, of course, it's a music box.
I thought it might have been a music box.
Which is a possibility as well, but it could also be a leaf.
I didn't see anything like, flash, so that was my my thinking was that it was a music box. So
yeah. Right. So, yeah, you're right. It's over a minute lead right now for HUmanMustard going into World 8 as we see people make their guesses on how many obstacles. I'm going to say 3 this time. I'm going to say 2 bridges and a level.
Going on the elbow there is 27-11 for Teeks as we now get.
So it's a $1.16, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Mustard not interested in playing levels when he's got exploration to do, so he's going to check pipe number 2 now.
Yes, there can be. Yes, an obstacle is either a lock, a bridge. Well, there's 2 locks, so forget your 4-bridge dream, folks.
Yeah, so that it's looking like okay. So now Mustard's going to play Air Force item, and it's 6F1.
Yeah, we already saw 6F3, so this can't be the triple World 6 Fort dream here in World 8, but we might have 2 out of 3 because Alaska's still out there.
I think actually we've seen, except for 1 fort, all other forts have been played, so unless I did my writing wrong, but yeah, I think we've seen them all. So it's 6F1, 6F2, Air Force, and a fort.
There you go. So you've got your gatekeeper fort somewhere here, and now you see Teeks playing this, and there's your gatekeeper fort right there.
Right. So a little surprised there was no reconnaissance, but oh, nice clip there by Teeks.
Beautiful.
Gonna save himself a few seconds.
Yep, saw the Boo Diddley, looks to the left, so it's a non-factor. And let's see if HUmanMustard can get the 1 cycle here. Boom, boom, fight time for Teeks here is a 4-hitter. HUmanMustard getting hit twice, not going to get the 1 cycle, so HUmanMustard going to lose some time here, and he better be careful with this boom, boom fight. Here we go. It's not a 1-hitter, not 2, but 3-hitter. So HUmanMustard keeps the lead. It's a troll pipe. So now Teeks is going to play the gatekeeper fort.
Okay, so whatever is happening is inside, so is in the dark area. So route's clear. There's a pipe. So Mustard
doing?
That's a mistake. He's got to go back.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because now he's gonna hit the same troll pipe that Teeks just hit right there. He knows he has to go back. So any little bit helps. Teeks is not dead yet. Now I'm gonna check this pipe.
That's gonna help him enormously because he's already done that. So all right.
Oh my goodness! There are 4 obstacles, 2 levels, a lock, and a bridge. So 4 was your correct answer.
Right. So Teeks is also going to see this, and we're in Alaska right now. If this ends up being the correct answer, it's about a half-stage difference for our runners, and nice despawn there by Teeks. Clear the decks.
So yeah, we're neck and neck all of a sudden here. So there's 2. 3-hitter is down. They're not going to get a fire kill, but look how close this is now.
Oh yeah, this is very, very close. They both have a hammer suit, so
that builds the bridge.
Okay, so
we must play the final fort.
So yeah, where's 8 fort?
There it is.
There it is. In vanilla location, there's Air Force.
All right, so TEEX is going to just get the levels over with. What do you think about getting the levels over with before going back?
I don't know, and I can kind of see both sides to this. I mean, I think I'd be... But,
HUmanMustard having some problems here in the Air Forces. TEEX is playing 6-8.
Both of them having some trouble. TEEX was getting his face beaten in there until he finally got it going with some P-speeds. So,
all right, so HUmanMustard gets through the Air Force, so that is going to break that lock. So now, final level guarding 610. Oh my goodness, with a fire nipper at the start. Oh, that is nasty. Nice clip, by the way, and there's HUmanMustard now.
advantage is still to Mustard.
Oh, well, yes, it's his advantage. Right now, it's his to lose at this point, but it is too close to call at this point. I mean, all it takes is one mistake from HUmanMustard, and TEEX is going to make it and come from behind here. He's been trailing practically wire to wire up to this point. All right, so now it's HUmanMustard's turn. 610. Delayed fire from the nipper on Mustard's side and almost falls off. Oh my goodness gracious. He's having some problems. He's trying to do a clip. He's got it now. All right, so as long as HUmanMustard doesn't fall, he will get to Bowser's castle first, and he's there.
Yeah. So, all right, so the race is on. Mustard will be getting in at
32-51. 50-51, somewhere along those lines. But look how close this is going to be. We're talking about 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
And Mustard missed the clip, so he lost a few seconds there. Now, he's got to hold on to this. He cannot... oh! Look at TEEX.
TEEX got the top clip. We're practically even. Now, is HUmanMustard gonna try the clip? If TEEX mac and cheeses this, he's gonna win. HUmanMustard went for it once, didn't get it. TEEX didn't get it either. HUmanMustard has to keep it because we got mac and cheese. We got mac and cheese, HUmanMustard. Playing it slow. I get it. He's gonna be close. Troll laser. It's gonna be a photo finish! Who's gonna get it? It's literally tied! Unbelievable! Oh, we are gonna have to have a frame count on this one. This is literally a tie. I have no idea who won this, but this is the closest finish we have ever had.
Yeah. The timers don't pay no attention to the timers. Race time has Mustard in first, but yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to look at this one, folks.
Yeah, they both have a race time GG time of 34 minutes and 3 seconds, a dead heat tie.
Yeah.
What a comeback from TEEX88.
Yeah,
he was down over a minute for a good chunk of this race. HUmanMustard was being careful, and luckily he was. There was a troll laser at the end, dodged that, managed to get the kill, and they literally got into the door at the same time. You know, from the naked eye, to me, this is a tie. So I guess it's a no race, but obviously I'm not the administrator. Pro A would be more knowledgeable about it than I would be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go, you know, saying anything officially, but yes, this I believe will be. This is definitely being reviewed on frame count. But that I don't do the frame count review. That is someone else. But yeah, that that is something else.
Yeah,
we've
absolutely crazy.
We have had ties. We have had, I think, 1 or 2 ties in the 8 years we've been doing this. I know there was a tie in 2018, and I think there might have been one in 21 or 2 somewhere. They were both group play matches. This was not a bracket match.
No, this has a lot of bearing right now because, again, TEEX was up 1-0 here, and we're going to frame count this. And is there like a leeway that determines what a tie is? Is it like 2 frames, 1 frame? How does that work?
We've never I know we've had some discussions about this. I don't think we've ever really come to a definitive consensus. But at the very least, we are going to run a game 3 to cover our bases.
Yeah, definitely, indeed. So,
yeah. And just got word, any reliable, discernible difference is going to be considered a win. So
if it's 1 frame, 3 frames, whatever, if it's deemed that somebody actually pulled it off by a certain amount of time, that contestant will be declared the winner of this race. So I think we do have to go into the booth. So I think we have to take a little bit of a break here to review this, do we not?
I think so. But we will be standing by. Do stand by. We're gonna figure this out, and we'll get back to you all in a few moments with this. So stay tuned.
All right, folks, welcome back to the exciting Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament here on SpeedGaming 2. We just got done with a very exciting close photo finish between TEEX88 and HUmanMustard. We have come up with a decision on who has won game number 2, and to discuss that decision, we have Dust Minion here in the commentator's booth.
Hi. I was in the watch party watching this with other people, and we were discussing, and we had a person and another person doing their own separate frame counts for us, and because it was going to take us a long time for me and Diesel to do it, and we needed to get results like real soon, and one of the runners is, I imagine, is exhausted right now. So
Just got done with a very exciting close photo finish between TEEX88
we used
and
multiple
HUmanMustard.
arbiters
We have
to
come
ensure
up with a decision
we had the correct
on who
answers.
has
Again,
won game number 2, and to discuss that decision, we have Dust Minion here in the commentator's booth.
But yeah, ultimately, we have determined that TEEX88
I was in
is
the
winner
I was in
of
the
this
watch
match,
party
and we
watching this
to the
with
chat
other people, and
wins by
we were discussing,
0.3
and
second.
we had some
TEEX,
18 frames.
you
18 frames.
won by 18 frames. One of the closest matches we have ever had in Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament history. And let me tell you, you were trailing basically the entire match. You made up all the time. The great equalizer. Your routing was on point. HUmanMustard got turned around a couple of times, unfortunately. He still had about a 10-second lead going into the start of the level. And he didn't get the clip. He played it safe. You got the clip, I believe, on the second try. He got through safely, but kind of slow. There was a troll laser at the end. You both got the Hammer Brothers kill, but by 0.3 of a second, as was mentioned by Pro A and Dust Minion, that's 18 frames. You are the winner of game number 2, and thus the winner of the match. You're moving on to the semifinals, but you're just going to have to watch that game back because, oh my goodness gracious, it all started in that first world in game number 2. You played an extra fort that you didn't have to play, and you were already about a minute back. You thinking, oh, 2:18 is a great time coming out of this world. In HUmanMustard has a 1:18 because he skipped the fort, played it out, and you played that extra level. You gained some time back on World 2. because he tried to save his hammer, play the extra levels. One of the levels was Atlantis. Then he went back. You were still trailing. Then World 7 happened. You both got lost. It was nasty. He still had the lead. And then he kind of built that lead. At one point he was up by 75 seconds on you. And he was still in the lead by about a minute going into World 8. But again, you just routed it better. And again, 10 seconds back. You got the clip on the second try. Mustard tried it once, didn't get it. I mean, he kept his suit, but he played it a little safe, and he had to because it was a nasty setup. And then we reviewed the time, as we mentioned, 0.3 of a second. I got to tell you something. Game 1 was very close, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, game 1, you guys entered Bowser's Castle about a second apart.
1 second, yes.
What ultimately swung it is you were having some trouble with the clips. Mustard went in and unfortunately overshot his jump due to a low fireball and went into the lava.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you were ahead by over a minute. You played the stage and the fort. He ignored both of those in World 8. He went straight for the Air Force tile, got it, and that ultimately was the correct answer. So, yeah, there was a bit of a contrast throughout these matches. I mean, game 1 was back and forth. Mustard had the early lead. Then you pulled away in World 6 because he had some trouble in World 6. Again, kind of a routing error relating to hammers. He played one more stage than he needed to, and of course it was 6-6 because Rando has a sense of humor, but that kind of puts you in front from that point on, but by about a minute to a minute 30. And yeah, it was just one of those things where a lot of little decisions on both your parts ultimately flattened itself out, and at the end of the day, had it not happened, the lava thing, Mustard probably wins game 1 by about, 8 or 9 seconds, but it was definitely that kind of race where the sum total of your decisions brought you to basically the same place at the same time.
And not on one race, but 2 as well. Holy smokes.
My goodness, someone just pointed out that Darth Acaro said on 4 different occasions this tournament alone, HUmanMustard has lost a game by 3 seconds or less. That is absolutely crazy bad luck there. You hate to see it if you're on HUmanMustard's shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just talking to Stewie Cartman before. Apparently, Pro's match with Stewie ended up being determined in Game 3 by less than 2 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was a lot of, and that was in my case I was behind for most of all 3 races, but World 8 play ultimately was the deciding factor. But it's definitely one of those situations where it does come down to end game execution, and just try. In my case, it was staying in range, and in your case, I think it was just coming through with the big plays when you needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. And something to definitely be conscientious about moving forward as I go into these next couple of matches. I mean, it's not the first time that I've been burned by playing extra levels because I didn't want to take the chance about getting to the end of the World 6 map, which is as long as it is, and just finding out that there's a bridge there and then having to backtrack again and losing time that way.
Right. So I
figured I would have cut out the transition time, and sometimes I just place too much emphasis on the Hammer Brothers when it's really not necessary anymore now that I'm no longer in the Swiss stage, so
right.
The hammers don't really bear as much as importance as they used to.
Well, and even still, Mustard, that Hammer Bro on that lonely island, Had a cloud.
Yep, that helped him. And the thing is, remember, he also took a death midway through 5-3 in that race,
Right.
and that cost him precious seconds on that lead as well. So,
Indeed. Yeah, it was. Yeah, again, it was a lot of on both sides. It was definitely one of those things where a lot of those choices, again, they just they add up in various ways. But
yeah, this was a match. Like, both of you made mistakes in different spots. Like, none of you had like an immaculate run, whether it was routing, taking an unfortunate death here and there. Both of you had opportunities to maybe pull away from each other, but the fact of the matter is you made fewer mistakes, and that's what won you that match.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that one back because I was really nervous going into Bowser's Castle in both races too. I had no idea like how close he was.
Yeah, well, you'll find out. But definitely a race for the ages for this tournament. I think for any tournament,
I'd have to say the best race that didn't go the distance of all time.
I'd say so. Yeah. It's quite a finish, and we got one more quarterfinal match lined up for Tuesday afternoon between Yokubati and High Flyer 28. That'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern, and from there, 2 semifinal matches, and then 2 more after that, and to close out the 25 tournament.
Oh, absolutely, indeed.
It's all best of 5 from here, folks. So it is a gauntlet.
Yep. So the semifinals are best of 5 now, huh?
They have been for the last couple of years.
Okay. Any event. Yeah. So now you know who your opponent's going to be, Pro A. You're up against the cardiac kid himself in TEEX88.
Nothing like a little deja vu as we faced each other in the semis in 21 and 22.
Yeah, so and he beat you both times, so you're looking to get some revenge. Otherwise, it's going to be his 3rd finals appearance.
I'll settle for starting with a point, and
there you go.
We'll go from
right.
there. I'm winless. I was winless in both semifinal appearances, so baby steps. We'll start with a point, and we'll go over there.
All right. Well, we wish you both the best of luck in that semifinals, but please make sure you get both of our runners, TEEX88 and HUmanMustard, to follow. They poured their hearts out tonight in a very, very thrilling match here on SpeedGaming 2. Just an absolute tremendous performance from both of them tonight.
Absolutely. So GG's again, and thanks all for watching, and thanks again as always to SpeedGaming, our generous hosts, for putting the show on, and we will see you on Tuesday. Oh, actually tomorrow. I should mention the Challenge Cup Finals is tomorrow as well. So our NIT, if you will, between Endy and Mirai will be happening tomorrow night.
That should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing who is our Challenge Cup champion for 2025. Should be a fun race.
Absolutely. Have a good one, all. Thanks again.
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks again.
For Pro A 007, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great week, and we will see you again tomorrow for more exciting coverage of the Super Mario Bros. 3 2025 Randomizer Tournament. Good night, everyone.
Good
night.